Imagine a girl, sick in bed, staring at the ceiling. She is bored, restless, lost in silence. Then, her mother speaks 6 small words. "Why don't you write a story?" That simple question changes everything. From that moment, the girl begins a journey that will lead to more than 60 novels, the birth of Hercule Poirot and Miss Marple, and the crown of Queen of Crime. This is not only the story of mysteries, it is the story of Agatha Christie herself. Chapter 1. Write a story, Agatha. The room is quiet. The fire is warm. Outside, winter wind moves through the trees. Inside, a young girl lies in bed. Her name is Agatha Mary Clarissa Miller. She is 18 years old. She is sick. She cannot go out. She stares at the ceiling. She sighs. "I am bored," she whispers. The door opens. Her mother, Clara, comes in. Clara is strong. She believes in her children. She puts her hands on her hips. "You must stay in bed," Clara says. "The doctor said so." Agatha shakes her head. "But I am so bored." There is nothing to do. Clara looks at her for a moment. Then she smiles. "Then do something. Read a book or write a story." "Yes, why don't you write a story?" Agatha sits up, her eyes open wide. "Write a story?" she repeats. "Yes," Clara says, "like your sister Madge. She writes stories. You can too." Agatha is not sure. She has never tried before. But her mother believes in her. That belief is like fire in the cold room. Clara brings paper and a pencil. She puts them on the bed. "Try," she says. "You can do more than you think." Agatha looks at the paper. It is white, empty, waiting. She takes the pencil. Slowly, she begins to write. The words come like drops of water. First slow, then faster. A story forms in her mind. Strange dreams, a house of beauty, shadows and colors. She writes until her hand hurts. When the story is done, she types it on her sister's typewriter. Tap, 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 tap. The keys are heavy. The sound fills the room. It feels exciting. She sends the story to a magazine. She waits. Days pass. Weeks pass. Then a letter arrives. Her heart beats fast. She opens it. "Thank you. We cannot publish it." Her face falls. A rejection. Her first no. It hurts, but Clara will not let her stop. "Try again," her mother says. "Keep going." So Agatha writes more. Another story, another rejection, another and another. The no letters pile up, but Agatha learns something. Each no makes her stronger. "I will write a novel," she decides. She remembers a trip to Egypt, a grand hotel, a beautiful young woman, 2 men near her, whispers in the hot air. She must choose. This is her idea. This is her light. She writes her first novel, Snow Upon the Desert. She sends it to publishers. Again, the answers return. No, number. No. Still, she does not give up. Her mother has another idea. "Show it to Eden Philpotts," she says. Philpotts is a famous writer who lives nearby. Agatha is shy, but she is brave. She sends him the book. Weeks later, a letter arrives. Philpotts is kind. He says, "Some of your writing is very good." He gives her a letter to his agent in London. Agatha travels to London. The city is huge. She feels small. She gives the letter to the agent, Hughes Massey. He reads her book. He keeps it. She waits. Months pass. At last, a reply. "I cannot find a publisher." Forget this book. Write another. It is not the answer she wanted, but it is advice she will remember. Write again. Always write again. Agatha breathes deeply. She lifts her chin. "All right," she says. "I will write another." The fire in her heart grows stronger. The spark her mother lit has become a flame. Chapter 2. A Shy Young Man. The war drums begin to beat. It is 1912. The world feels heavy. Europe is like a storm cloud, dark and close. But Agatha does not see the storm yet. She is a young woman at a dance in Torquay, her home by the sea. The room is full of music. The piano plays, dresses swirl, voices laugh. Agatha feels shy. She is not the star of the room. She watches the dancers. She holds a glass in her hand. Then a tall young man walks in. He has fair hair. He wears a soldier's uniform. His name is Archibald Christie. People call him Archie. He is quiet. He does not talk much. But his eyes are sharp. His steps are quick. He looks strong, serious, determined. Someone introduces them. Archie bows slightly. Agatha blushes. They begin to talk. At first, the words are slow. She speaks about books, music, family. He speaks about flying, about the new airplanes in the sky. His voice is low but steady. The music plays louder. Couples dance. Archie looks at her and says simply, "Dance with me?" She nods, and for the first time, Agatha feels a spark of love. Days pass, then weeks. Archie visits her family. They walk by the sea. They talk about the future. Agatha feels hope. She dreams of a life together. But war is coming. The year is 1914. Guns fire in Europe. Britain calls young men to fight. Archie joins the army. He wears his uniform and prepares to leave. Agatha's heart is full of fear. "Will you come back?" she whispers. Archie takes her hand. "Yes," he says, "I will come back. And we will marry." She believes him. She holds his promise like treasure. In December 1914, they marry. The wedding is small, simple, quick. War does not wait for lovers. The world is in flames. Agatha is now Agatha Christie, a new name, a new life. She feels proud, but also anxious. She is only 24. Her husband is at war. She must stand strong. She begins to work as a nurse in Torquay. Long days, tired feet, sick and wounded soldiers come to the hospital. Agatha cleans wounds. She holds hands. She listens to last words. Death is near every day. Later, she moves to the hospital pharmacy. She learns about medicines, about powders and poisons. She reads the labels carefully. She mixes bottles with steady hands. Knowledge grows inside her. She does not know it yet, but these poisons will later fill her books. At night, when the hospital is quiet, she writes again. The stories come. The sound of war is far away, but she feels it in every page. Archie returns on short leave. He is tired, but alive. They walk together again. He talks little, but Agatha feels safe beside him. She looks at him and sees the man she loves, the man she promised to wait for. But Archie is restless. He is not a man who likes quiet days. He likes speed, airplanes, excitement. Agatha feels this difference, but she pushes the thought away. Love is strong. She holds on. It is in these war years that her greatest idea is born. She begins to write a detective story. A murder in an old country house, strange clues, suspicious faces, and a small, clever detective from Belgium with a round head and sharp eyes. His name, Hercule Poirot. On quiet nights, while bombs fall far away, Poirot comes to life on her page. Agatha Christie is no longer just a nurse or a wife waiting for her husband. She is becoming a writer with a voice that will one day be heard around the world. Chapter 3. War and Nursing. The war grows louder. Guns thunder across Europe. Young men march away. Wives, mothers, and sisters wait in silence. The world feels broken. Agatha Christie is no longer just a young bride. She is a nurse. Every day she walks through the hospital doors in Torquay. The smell of medicine fills the air. The sound of boots, crutches, and whispers of pain follow her down the halls. She works with wounded soldiers. Men return from France with broken arms, blind eyes, lost legs. Some scream in the night. Some cry softly. Some lie still, waiting for death. Agatha washes wounds. She changes bandages. She writes letters for soldiers who cannot move their hands. She listens when they need to speak. Sometimes she is the last voice they hear. It is hard. It is heavy. But she learns something important. Courage can be quiet. Later, Agatha begins work in the hospital pharmacy. She studies thick books filled with long names, quinine, strychnine, morphine. She learns how each medicine can heal or kill. She measures carefully. She mixes powders. She labels bottles. Every step must be exact. A mistake could mean death. Poison becomes part of her daily life. She does not know it yet, but these bottles and powders will later give birth to her famous plots. At night, Agatha is tired. Her hands smell of chemicals, but she does not stop. She writes. Paper and pencil wait for her. Writing is her light in the dark. One evening, she begins a new idea. A country house. A rich old woman poisoned in her bedroom. Strange clues everywhere. But who will solve the mystery? Not an English detective, not a policeman, but a small man from Belgium, a refugee of war, living in England. He has sharp eyes, a neat mustache, and a clever brain. His name is Hercule Poirot. Agatha smiles as she writes. She feels that this little man could change her life. Archie is still at war. He sends letters. He writes about airplanes, about battles, about long nights in the cold. Agatha answers. She writes with love, but also with fear. Each letter could be the last. Sometimes Archie comes home on short leave. He is thin, restless, full of energy. He talks about speed, adventure, and flying higher, faster. Agatha listens, but she is different. She loves books, words, slow evenings. Their worlds are not the same. She tries not to think about this. She believes love can survive. In 1916, Agatha finishes her first detective novel, The Mysterious Affair at Styles. It is the story of Poirot, the little Belgian detective, solving a murder with his little gray cells. She feels nervous but excited. She sends the book to a publisher. Months pass. Silence. Then one day, a letter comes. The publisher is interested, but only if she changes the ending. Agatha is surprised. Should she agree? Should she change her story? After thinking, she decides yes. She rewrites the ending. The book is accepted. At last, a dream begins to come true. The war is still not over. The pain, the loss, the broken families continue. But inside this storm, a new voice has entered the world of books. It is the voice of Agatha Christie. Chapter 4. Hercule Poirot is born. The year is 1920. The war is over. Soldiers return home, but the world is not the same. Families are broken. Towns are quiet with empty chairs. Agatha Christie is no longer only a nurse, no longer only a wife. She is now an author with a finished novel, The Mysterious Affair at Styles. The book is published at last. Her heart beats fast when she sees it in print. Her name on the cover, Agatha Christie. Inside the book, a new character walks into the world. Small, neat, with clever eyes. Hercule Poirot. Poirot is different from other detectives. He is not tall and strong. He is not English. He is a foreigner, a Belgian refugee who escaped the war. He speaks with a strange accent. He dresses with care. His mustache is perfect. But his brain is sharper than a knife. He notices small details, a footprint, a word, a movement of the hand. He uses what he calls his little gray cells, his mind. Agatha loves him. She feels he can grow bigger than the story itself. Readers are curious. Some like Poirot at once. They smile at his accent, at his strange ways. Others are not sure. He is too foreign, some say, too proud. But Poirot stays. He begins his long journey, and Agatha, still unknown, takes her first step toward fame. The 1920s are not easy years. Archie works, but he is restless. He does not love books the way Agatha does. He loves sport, golf, fast cars, airplanes. Agatha feels lonely sometimes. She writes more. Writing becomes her true companion. Her second book comes quickly, The Secret Adversary. New characters, new mystery. Then another book, and another. Poirot returns. He becomes stronger. He becomes loved. Agatha sits at her desk. She writes every day. Sometimes the words come fast, sometimes slow. But she never stops. She learns 3 secrets about writing. First, discipline. Write even when you are tired. Second, observation. Watch people. Listen to their voices. Note their habits. Third, patience. Success is slow, but slow success can last forever. As Poirot's name grows, Agatha begins to earn money. Not much at first, but enough to feel hope. Enough to buy time to write again. Publishers ask for more. Readers ask for more. Poirot begins to live outside her own head. He belongs now to the world. Agatha is shy in public. She does not like crowds or loud voices. But inside her books, she is brave. She writes of murder, secrets, lies, betrayal. She puts darkness on the page, and readers cannot stop turning the pages. One reviewer calls her a writer to watch. Another says, "This new detective is clever, but unusual." Agatha feels proud, but she also feels pressure. Can she keep writing? Can she create more mysteries? Her answer is simple: yes. Poirot grows with each book. He solves crimes in big houses, small villages, trains, and ships. He listens carefully. He watches everything. He surprises everyone. Readers begin to love him. Some laugh at his pride. Some admire his genius. But all remember his name. And slowly, the name Agatha Christie begins to shine. Chapter 5. Success and Trouble. The 1920s move forward. The war is gone, but the world still heals. People want music, parties, and laughter. They also want books, stories to carry them away. Agatha Christie gives them just that. Her novels sell more and more. Readers love the puzzles, the murders, the strange suspects. They love the little Belgian detective with the sharp eyes and perfect mustache. Money begins to come. Not a fortune yet, but enough to feel safe. Agatha is proud. She can say, "I am a writer." But life at home is not as easy. Archie Christie, her husband, is different. He is not a man of books. He does not enjoy slow evenings with paper and pen. He loves action, golf, cars, airplanes, and friends who talk of business and sport. Agatha tries to please him. She joins him on trips, on golf courses. But deep inside, she knows she does not belong in his world. They begin to grow apart. Still, Agatha works hard. She writes every day. A new book comes out each year. Poirot solves mysteries in The Murder on the Links and The Man in the Brown Suit. Each story brings more readers. Each story makes her name brighter. But the bright light of fame hides shadows too. Fame does not protect a heart. The year is 1926. It is the hardest year of her life. Her dear mother, Clara, becomes sick. Clara was always her guide, her supporter, the one who said, "Why don't you write a story?" Agatha spends long days with her. She watches her health fall. Then one day, Clara dies. Agatha feels broken. The house is silent without her mother's voice. The fire feels cold. She writes little. Her pen is heavy. Her world is dark. Archie does not comfort her. He grows distant. One evening, he tells her the truth. He loves another woman. The words cut like a knife. Agatha feels lost. Her marriage is falling apart. Her mother is gone. The ground beneath her feet shakes. She tries to work. She tries to smile for her daughter, Rosalind. But pain is everywhere. At the same time, her fame is greater than ever. Her book, The Murder of Roger Ackroyd, becomes a huge success. Readers are shocked by its ending. Critics call it brilliant. The world celebrates Agatha Christie. But inside, she feels empty. It is the strange balance of life. Outside, success. Inside, trouble. She begins to feel restless, nervous, unable to breathe. She drives her car one cold December evening in 1926. She disappears into the night. The next morning, her car is found near a lake. Her coat is inside. But Agatha is gone. The newspapers shout, "Famous writer missing." Police search. Thousands of people look for her. The country is shocked. Where is Agatha Christie? For 11 days, the world does not know. Some think she is dead. Some think it is a crime story come to life. Others whisper strange theories. The queen of crime has vanished. Chapter 6. The Vanishing Lady. It is December 1926, a cold, dark evening. Agatha Christie drives away from her house in Berkshire. Her car moves fast through the winter night. The next morning, her car is found near a lake. Inside are her coat and papers. But Agatha is gone. The news explodes. "Famous writer missing," shout the newspapers. Police search the woods, the roads, the rivers. Soldiers, dogs, and volunteers join. Thousands of people look for her. The whole country is talking. Where is Agatha Christie? Some believe she is dead. She drowned in the lake, they say. Others believe it is a trick. She is hiding, they whisper. It is a game. She wants to sell more books. Theories grow like wildfire. A crime story has come alive, and the missing woman is the queen of crime herself. 11 long days pass. No one knows. The police question Archie, her husband. Did he hurt her? Did he know more than he said? Archie shakes his head. He says little. People do not trust him. The mystery deepens. At last, the answer comes. Agatha is found in a hotel in Harrogate, far from home. She is alive, she is safe, but she is not the same. She gives no clear explanation. Some say she lost her memory. Some say she wanted to escape her pain. Some say she wanted to punish Archie. Agatha never speaks about those 11 days. Never. Not in interviews, not in her books, not even in her autobiography. The greatest mystery she ever created is her own life. After the disappearance, Agatha faces both pity and criticism. Some readers are kind, others are cruel. They say she lied, they say she played a trick on the public. But Agatha stays silent. She writes. She does not answer the gossip. She lets her books speak for her. Her marriage with Archie cannot survive. The wound is too deep. The trust is broken. In 1928, they divorce. Agatha is free, but also lonely. She is now a single mother with her daughter Rosalind. She fears for the future. She is famous, but fame cannot fill an empty heart. Still, her pen is strong. She writes more books. Poirot returns. Readers continue to buy, to read, to love her mysteries. Work becomes her shield. Each story is a step away from sadness. But life is not finished with her yet. Soon, new roads will open, new countries, new love. Agatha does not know it, but the next chapter of her life will take her far away from England, to the hot sands of the Middle East. Chapter 7. A New Life. The year is 1928. Agatha Christie is alone. Her marriage with Archie is broken. She is divorced. She has her daughter, Rosalind, but her heart feels empty. She is still famous. Her books sell. Poirot is alive on the page. But inside, she feels tired. She needs air. She needs escape. One day, she sees an advertisement. Travel to the East. Trains to Baghdad. Adventure on the Orient Express. Agatha decides to go. She buys a ticket. She takes the long journey. The train moves across Europe. The world outside the window changes. Green fields turn to deserts. Small towns turn to endless sand. At last, she arrives in Iraq. Baghdad is hot, bright, and full of voices. Agatha feels something she has not felt for years: excitement. She visits the ruins of Ur, the ancient city. Broken walls, old stones, silent history under the sun. She is amazed. On this trip, she meets a group of archaeologists. They dig in the sand, searching for the past. Among them is a young man named Max Mallowan. Max is quiet but kind. He listens when Agatha speaks. He is 26, 14 years younger than her. She is surprised by his interest. They walk among the ruins. They talk about history, books, travel. Agatha feels a new warmth in her heart. It is gentle, different from before. Max asks her to return. He wants her to see more of his work. She says yes. Back in England, Agatha writes again. But she also remembers the desert, the ruins, the young man with kind eyes. In 1930, she travels back to the Middle East. This time, she stays longer. She spends more time with Max. Their friendship grows into love. Against all expectations, they marry. Agatha is now Mrs. Mallowan. She is happy again. Life with Max is full of journeys. Together, they travel to Syria, Iraq, and Egypt. He digs in the sand. She writes in the shade. The desert sun burns, but their bond grows strong. Agatha finds peace in this new world. The silence of the desert, the ancient stones, the calm of evening. These things heal her broken heart. She also finds inspiration. Murder on the Orient Express, death on the Nile, murder in Mesopotamia. These stories are born from her travels. Readers love them. Her fame grows even larger. Agatha has learned to begin again. She has turned pain into strength, loss into adventure. Max and Rosalind become her family. Writing and travel become her rhythm. She is no longer just the queen of crime. She is also the queen of survival. Chapter 8. The Queen of Crime. The 1930s and 1940s bring change to the world. Another great war begins. But in the middle of fear and fighting, one writer's voice grows louder than ever. Her name is now Agatha Christie Mallowan. But the world knows her simply as Agatha Christie. Her books sell in every country. Her little detective, Hercule Poirot, is loved by millions. Readers cannot stop turning the pages. They wait for each new mystery, like children waiting for gifts. But Poirot is not alone anymore. A new character appears. She is old, gentle, and quiet. She lives in a small English village. She knits, she listens, she notices everything. Her name is Miss Marple. Agatha has created another great detective. Different from Poirot, but just as clever. Where Poirot uses his little gray cells, Miss Marple uses her sharp eyes and years of watching human nature. Readers love her. They see their own grandmother in her. They see wisdom in her silence. Agatha now writes two kinds of detectives, Poirot and Miss Marple. One is a proud foreigner, the other a quiet English lady. Together, they make her the most famous crime writer in the world. Her plays also shine. In 1952, The Mousetrap opens in London. a story of murder, secrets, and surprise. The audience gasps at the ending. The play runs night after night. No one knows it yet, but The Mousetrap will become the longest-running play in history. Agatha is amazed. She laughs softly. She never thought her stories would live on stage for so long. Still, she remains shy. She does not enjoy big parties or interviews. She prefers quiet evenings with Max or silent hours at her desk. But her fame grows like a storm. She sells millions of books. She is translated into dozens of languages. She is called the Queen of Crime. Agatha smiles at the title, but she knows the truth. She is only a woman with a pen, paper, and patience. Even in these years of success, she works with discipline. She wakes early. She writes every day. She sets goals. She finishes books on time. Her secret is simple. She treats writing like work. Not magic, not waiting for inspiration. Just work, day by day, page by page. During the war, she also serves quietly. She works again in a hospital pharmacy. She updates her knowledge of poisons. She continues to help the sick and wounded. At the same time, her books bring comfort to readers who need escape from bombs and fear. She is a nurse of bodies and a nurse of minds. By the end of the war, her name is known on every continent. Poirot and Miss Marple are like old friends to millions, and her stage play runs longer than any other in history. Agatha Christie is no longer just a writer. She is a world treasure. Chapter 9. The Final Curtain. The years pass. The world changes again and again. But one thing does not change: the name Agatha Christie. By the 1960s and 1970s, she is the most famous crime writer on earth. Her books are everywhere, on trains, in schools, in homes, in hands around the world. Only the Bible and Shakespeare sell more. Millions read her words. They know Poirot. They know Miss Marple. They know the careful plots, the surprising endings, the quiet style. Agatha herself grows older. Her hair turns white. Her steps grow slower. But her mind is still sharp. She still writes. She still surprises. In 1971, she receives a great honor. The Queen of England makes her Dame Agatha Christie. She smiles shyly. She never chased titles or fame, but she accepts with grace. She continues to live with Max Mallowan. Their marriage is strong, gentle, full of respect. He digs in ancient lands. She digs in the mysteries of human hearts. Together, they are happy. Agatha spends her last years between her home in Devon and her house in Oxfordshire. She enjoys quiet evenings, small walks, family visits. In 1975, she writes Curtain, Poirot's last case. Hercule Poirot, her most famous detective, takes his final bow. When the book is published, readers cry. Newspapers print black borders as if a real man had died. Poirot is the only fictional character ever to receive an obituary in the New York Times. Agatha has given the world a detective who feels alive. On the 12th of January 1976, Agatha Christie dies peacefully at the age of 85. The news spreads across the world. Millions mourn, but they also celebrate. They know her stories will never die. Her books remain on shelves. Her plays continue on stage. Her detectives live forever in the minds of readers. The final curtain falls for Agatha, but her mysteries still whisper on every page.